How do you destroy 2 rap careers without dropping a single diss track? You move like Kendrick Lamar. This isn't just a lyrical chess match. This is a tactical nuclear strike from the quietest assassin in hip-hop. And this time, the victims aren't just Drake and Joey Bada. No, this is bigger. This is Kendrick rewriting the entire game without saying a single name. But before we dive into the subtle flames, the strategic silences, and how Kendrick just Gatorade Joey off the map and buried Drake's comeback 6 feet under, do yourself a favor. Tap like, smash, subscribe, and ring that bell like it's 2017, and you're waiting on damn, because what you're about to hear will change how you see this beef forever. Let's go. Right now, Kendrick Lamar is playing offense with a monk's patience and a samurai's precision. Everyone wants a piece of him. Haters, clout chasers, even hungry MCs who truly believe they can go bar for bar. But Kendrick? He's not flinching, not tweeting, not ranting on IG Live. He's orchestrating. And the message is clear. If you want smoke with Kendrick, you better bring a wildfire. Let's start with the final night of the Grand National Tour at SoFi Stadium. A moment so cinematic it felt scripted by Spike Lee and ghostwritten by Shakespeare. Fans expected a surprise. A diss, a declaration. Instead, Kendrick gave them a Gatorade ad. Yeah, Gatorade. But here's where it gets scary. That ad wasn't just a sponsorship flex. It was a subliminal execution. Gatorade, the brand that partners with LeBron, Serena, and Messi, just made Kendrick the first rapper in its history to headline a campaign. No rap lyrics, no sneakers, just pure GOAT energy. And the message? Every morning I lose. Now hold up. Kendrick losing? Not the way you're thinking. Every morning I lose. That's what Kendrick said. But this ain't no pity party. He's not talking about losing fans, battles, or clout. He's talking about sweat, about grind, about losing hours, calories, peace of mind, all in the pursuit of legacy. And if that sounds poetic, it's because it is. Kendrick ain't just spitting bars anymore. He's narrating like Sun Tzu with a Pulitzer. But here's the real sting. In that same Gatorade video, Kendrick drops the line, drop after drop after drop. Now, if you've been following the Drake beef, you know what that means. Drop is exactly the word Drake used to taunt Kendrick in his now infamous diss. Except now, Kendrick's flipped it. He's mocking that very line, turning Drake's words into Kendrick's water. Into sweat, into fuel. The layers? Diabolical. This ain't just marketing. It's war poetry in a corporate ad. And for Joey Badass, the subliminals hit even harder, because Kendrick's silence has become louder than Joey's entire discography. Joey's been throwing lyrical jabs all summer, hoping to wake the Compton giant, but instead of responding, Kendrick pulled a power move from the rafters. At SoFi Stadium, packed with 70,000 screaming fans, Kendrick could have brought out anybody, Baby Keem, Roddy Ricch, hell, even Cardi, but nah. He brought out Ay Chik. Yeah, that same Ay Chik who just finished trading shots with Joey. The message? Crystal clear. You want me? Beat him first. Ay Chik stepped into the fire and lit it up with his feature on Peekaboo. It wasn't just a performance, it was an elevation ceremony. Kendrick passed him the torch mid-tour, mid-beef, and mid-chaos. And let's be honest, how often does Kendrick share the stage? Rarely. And yet, in front of the biggest crowd of the tour, Ay Chik got that spotlight, no one else. Not even Roddy, whose vocals still play during sets. Not even Dodie Six, who tried to squash old beef with Kendrick just to get back on the board. But Ay Chik? He got the invite, he got the mic, he got the nod. So now the chessboard is set. And if Joey Badass was hoping to bait Kendrick into a lyrical slugfest, Kendrick just responded with a quiet checkmate. This wasn't about ignoring Joey. It was about humbling him. You throw a punch, Kendrick hands the gloves to your understudy. He's not dodging the fight, he's delegating it. And what makes this even colder? Ay Chik isn't some legacy act with 10 years in the game. He's fresh, raw, still sharpening his blade. But Kendrick believes in him enough to make him a frontline soldier in this war. And not just any war, a war for hip-hop's soul. Meanwhile, Joey is yelling into the void. trying to turn this into an East versus West saga, trying to GNX his way into Kendrick's ring. But Kendrick, he's rewriting what a response even is. He's saying, Joey, if you want this smoke, prove you can hang with the new generation first. Because right now, I'm focused on building legacies, not babysitting battlers. And then came the subliminal haymaker. Kendrick brought in Taylor Alfred, Whitney Alford's brother, into the Gatorade project. For context, Whitney is Kendrick's longtime partner, and for months, weird rumors floated around suggesting tension between them. Rumors that Drake fans gleefully amplified during their feud. So what does Kendrick do? He brings her brother into one of the most high-profile campaigns of his career. If that's not a middle finger in Morse code, I don't know what is. And let's not gloss over this. Kendrick's use of drop after drop doesn't just clown Drake, it haunts him. Because that phrase came from Drake's own mouth. And now it lives in a Kendrick-sponsored Gatorade ad. Forever. Tapped like yet? Smash that button harder than Kendrick smashed Drake's rollout. Because this story is just heating up. Now let's talk about the psychological warfare. Kendrick isn't just winning, he's winning in silence. And that's what's driving Joey and Drake insane. See, when most rappers get dissed, they respond on wax. Bar for bar, IG Live, Twitch rants, not Kendrick. He lets you burn yourself out trying to get his attention. Then, when you're exhausted, he moves one pawn and takes your queen. It's the rap version of rope-a-dope, and it's working. And for Joey, this has to sting the most. Because he's not some clout-chasing TikTok rapper. He's a respected MC, bars for days. And yet, Kendrick still won't step into the ring. Why? Because Kendrick sees this beef as practice rounds. Joey hasn't earned the main event. Not yet. And just to twist the knife, Kendrick greenlit Ravon, another artist from his PG Lang circle, to drop a diss track aimed squarely at Joey, GoldenEye. Think about that. Kendrick won't rap back. But he's building an army who will. And when Ray confirmed that Kendrick personally authorized that diss, it told us everything. Kendrick's message is, if you want me, beat the generals first. It's boss-level warfare. Joey's playing Call of Duty, Kendrick's playing StarCraft. And with Ay Chik now getting elevated to Kendrick's inner circle after also going bar for bar with Joey, it's clear Kendrick's molding the next generation by making them test their blades first. You want bars? You want smoke? Cool. Go through my rookies first. If they survive, then maybe I'll lace up the gloves. But right now, Kendrick's in his throne, calm, unshaken, unimpressed. And Joey? He's yelling at the throne, while Kendrick rewrites what that throne even means. And while all this is happening, while Kendrick is casually sipping Gatorade and giving internships to lyrical assassins, Drake's trying to reboot a legacy that's slipping through his fingers like Toronto snow in April. Let's not forget, Drake tried to bait Kendrick with lines about loyalty, fake friends, even Kendrick's family. But Kendrick's response wasn't a verse, it was a vibe. He flipped the narrative with one eerie silence and one historic campaign. That Gatorade ad didn't just go viral. It etched Kendrick's status in stone. You thought Drake owned the drop? Kendrick turned it into a punchline. You thought Joey could pull off an East Coast GNX? Kendrick handed that style off to someone else and gave them the platform Joey's been begging for. This ain't just petty, it's strategic. Kendrick is building a universe. PG Lang isn't a label, it's a movement. He's not just looking for rap battles. He's creating disciples. Ay Chik, Ravon, even Baby Keem, each move Kendrick makes is reinforcing one truth. You can't beat the king if you can't beat the castle. And with Joey's album reportedly dropping before August 30th, we know what he's doing. He's setting the stage. He's aiming for that once-in-a-lifetime response from the King of Compton. But Kendrick? He's not biting. Not yet. Because Kendrick knows something Joey might not. Sometimes the best clapback is no clapback. Sometimes the real diss is letting your enemy fade out alone, while you raise up an entire league of spitters who will carry your torch and cook your ops without you even lifting a pen. So where does this go next? Well, if Joey's smart, he'll swing again. Harder, sharper, louder. But if Kendrick's silence already sounds this loud, what happens if he actually responds? Tap that like, Subscribe to the channel if you're not already down with PG Lang, and shout us out in the comments. Who's winning this war of minds and mic drops? Because the next chapter? Oh, it's coming. And it might just be the moment Kendrick finally steps off the throne and onto the battlefield. So what do you think? Is Kendrick ducking the smoke? Or redefining the battlefield? Did Joey swing too soft? Did Drake bury himself with his own bars? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you thought this was wild, wait till you see what Kendrick did the week before all this went down. Tap that suggested video on screen now. It'll blow your mind. Smash, like, hit subscribe, and keep your notifications on. Because this rap war just got real quiet and real deadly.